This is Andrew from Mosko Moto. I'm just going to do an unboxing and installing video on the Nomad, just so you can see what you get when you unbox it and how to install it easily. So here's the main bag in a plastic bag. You should have a hydration hose, a hydration clip, and the platypus hose or bladder. You should have a bag of 4 heavy-duty zip ties, the rain cover, and the map pocket. And those should be all the things that arrived in your box for the Nomad. So first thing you're going to do, you can leave these things out of it for a little bit. You're going to need the zip ties in the bag. Okay, so pull this out, and the backpack straps are ship deployed, so you can sort of get rid of these, but at least it shows you how they connect. So just unclip those, and before you stuff them in, the collar that goes around your steering yoke is actually stuffed into that pocket. See that? So you need to also have this, and you pull out the other strap as well. And there's no really reason to ever put that dog collar back in there. That is where the shoulder straps live when you're not using them. So those go back in there. Now you can unclip this collar. And that's what it looks like. So it's got 2 big buckles here, a male and a female. These are 1-inch side release buckles, and then there's a 3/4 inch across the middle. And your steering yoke goes right through here, and so this crossover strap is just to hold it in place when the tank bag is not on. If that wasn't there, then it would just sort of fall down and you'd probably lose it on the road. But the main strap is like this, and there's adjustment tails on all the buckles, and they're held in with little elastics here. So to install this, first thing you can do is you take the collar, and remember, put this thing on here and check out what side the buckles are on. So you have a male here and a female here. So you're going to need the opposite for your collar, because they need to go like that. So just keep that in mind, and then you're going to go down behind all your cables. Really make sure you're not pinching or pulling on any cables or wire bundles when you do this. Just run it down there. Some bikes are easier, some bikes it's going to be tighter in here. And you might need to move your handlebars around a little bit. Oh yeah, I got to undo this crossover strap. How about that? This is probably the most difficult part of the whole process, but it's done. Okay, so then I'll do the crossover strap so it won't fall out. Now I'm just going to extend these buckles out. Okay. So then what you're going to do once you have the collar on is engage it to the buckles, and you can sort of figure out at this point kind of whereabouts the bag is going to sit and where the lower mounts are going to go. So on this bike it's pretty clear. There's a nice frame piece right here. You know, it's going to be on different bikes, it's going to be kind of just around this range. It's going to be higher or lower, it depends on the bike. This big metal cam buckle here is how you adjust this. You can pull this up. I'm going to sort of mount this, I think, right about there. So this Velcro here is non-load bearing. It just helps manage the strap. And so don't worry about the Velcro so much right now. But this is the lower mount. So this will be sort of semi-permanent on your bike. And it's going to go right there on the frame with 2 zip ties per side. So I can tell it's going to fit right on there. And these zip ties are really long, just so people have as much length as they need, and also so we could get the widest ones possible. And then you're just going to cut off the excess with scissors. So see that I'm putting that zip tie on first, and then it goes through wherever any one of these slots works for you. You're going to use 2 zip ties for strength, but you kind of go, see there's Hypalon on the outside, webbing in the middle, so go right between the webbing, and it just slides right through that little channel like that. These zip ties are UV resistant, and they have a stainless steel tooth in there that does the grabbing. It doesn't make a clicking sound, but these are the best quality zip ties that we could find. So that's about how you do it. I won't totally tighten it up right now, but now I can engage that on there, and then I'll do the other side. Okay, so I'm going to install the second zip tie. I actually left the first zip tie kind of loose, just as I got the other side installed and had a look at where it was positioned, and I actually realized that I had this a bit too high up. There's a big welded piece of metal right here, so there wasn't room for my second zip tie, so it was loose, so I could just slide it down on the frame. And so the second one, just kind of pull it through, do the same thing. Whatever slot you think is best goes in. There we go. And I won't bother trimming these until the very end, and I won't really fully tighten them until the end either. I'll just do them snug. So there's that, and now what you can do is kind of decide how far forward or back you want it. You can loosen these off, and depending on how big your gas tank is and how you like to ride, you can run this kind of more on the seat or as far forward as you possibly can. And you can really go right up to the handlebars, so it's almost touching the handlebars, as long as it's not interfering with any steering at all, and that'll get it right out of your way. So I'm going to tighten it up on top here and get these forward mounting straps kind of tight, and then come back and tighten these ones. And you don't have to do this every time you take it on and off. You sort of get the hang of where the position is, and you just need to really loosen these ones off a little bit. So here it is. Now it's like really nice and tight. It's not moving at all. And if you want to, see on this bike here, there's a bit of strap left over. We sewed the Velcro in sections like this, so you can cut with scissors anywhere in between those Velcro sections. Just make sure you don't cut any of the stitching, and then just melt it with a lighter, and you can get rid of any of that excess strap. Or if you wanted to, you could put a little Velcro elastic or something like that around there, but if it was me, I would just cut those off just to get rid of that. And that's about it for installing the Nomad.